Adele has officially announced that she is taking a well-deserved break after the conclusion of her Las Vegas residency. The singer, known for her powerhouse vocals and deeply emotional lyrics, is stepping away from the spotlight to recharge and enjoy the life she has been building over the past few years. During her final show in Munich on August 31, Adele got candid with her audience. She shared that after wrapping up her Vegas performances this fall, she plans to take an extended hiatus from the music industry. "I've spent the last 7 years building a new life for myself, and I want to live it now," she said. "I want to live my new life that I've been building, and I will miss you terribly. If that doesn't tug at your heartstrings, what will fans who have followed Adele's journey know how much she pours into her music and performances, and this announcement makes it clear that she is prioritizing herself this time around." Adele's 10-night run in Munich marked an emotional farewell, as she prepared to finish the final stretch of her highly successful weekends with Adele residency at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas. She'll return to the Vegas stage for another 10 shows in October, giving fans one last chance to see her live before she takes her much-needed break. When asked if she had found any cures for her notorious stage fright, Adele admitted, "Sadly not. No, none whatsoever." But the biggest revelation of the night, she made it crystal clear that after her final set of shows, she will be taking a long break from performing. "And I will hold you dear in my heart for the whole next of my break," Adele told her audience. "I will fantasize about these shows and any shows that I've done over the last 3 years. That's Adele for you, always leaving us with a little bit of hope while breaking our hearts at the same time." This decision isn't exactly coming out of the blue. Earlier this summer, Adele opened up in a German TV interview, explaining that she's been looking forward to a break for a while now. She's excited to explore new creative ventures and simply enjoy life beyond the stage. And who can blame her? She has been belting her heart out for years, delivering some of the most unforgettable performances in modern music history. Even the biggest stars need time to recharge. But it was like, if everyone's making music for TikTok, who's making the music for my generation, who's making the music for my peers, I will do that job gladly. Adele kicked off her weekends with Adele residency in November 2022 and has performed nearly 100 shows over the past 2 years. The intense schedule has left her feeling drained. Well, I definitely will vanish again," she admitted. "But I'm trying to make a really conscious effort to stop being so anal with my privacy. I mean, saying that, I'm still effing private, though. This isn't the first time Adele has taken a step back from the public eye. After her 2016 to 2017 tour in support of her album 25, she went on a lengthy hiatus, disappearing from the music scene to focus on herself and her family. Adele is known for taking her time between albums: 3 years between 19 and 21, 4 years between 21 and 25, and a 6-year gap before 30 was released in 2021. "Yes, I will be disappearing in terms of my music, but you might see a glimpse of me here and there. I won't be in complete hiding, you know." So, while it's sad to see Adele step away, we totally understand. She's earned this break. After all, she has given fans so much over the years, and now it's her turn to focus on herself. And speaking of focusing on herself, Adele has embraced a new chapter in her personal life. Over the years, she has learned to prioritize self-love, personal growth, and happiness. A big part of that journey has been finding love again with sports agent Rich Paul. Before Adele's romance with Rich Paul, she was in a long-term relationship with Simon Konecki. Adele met Konecki in late 2011, although it remains unclear when exactly they began dating. However, in October 2016, Konecki wished Adele a happy 5-year anniversary, leading fans to speculate that their relationship had started in October 2011. The couple first went public in early 2012, going on dates around London. Then, in 2012, Adele surprised fans by announcing that she was expecting her first child. She gave birth to their son, Angelo, in October of that year. For Adele, family has always been her top priority. Her happiness with Simon and Angelo was so profound that it inspired one of her most successful albums, 25. She once explained how her love for her family influenced her music, saying that she was deeply moved by the stability and loyalty Simon provided in her life. "He's the first person I see in the morning and the last person I see at night, and vice versa. We're all good, and I make time for him like I always have." In an interview with Vanity Fair, Adele made it clear that if her relationship with Simon or her son Angelo ever suffered, she would be willing to walk away from her music career. "If my relationship with Simon or my child started to flounder, I would pull out of my tour." Her love for her family was unwavering, and she appreciated the fact that Simon was not involved in the entertainment industry. She once said, "We all have egos, but Simon was never threatened by her fame." Over the years, Adele started referring to Simon as her husband, leading many to believe they had secretly married. Perhaps the most notable confirmation came in 2017, when she won Album of the Year at the Grammys. During her acceptance speech, she said, "My manager, my husband, and my son, you're the only reason I do it." She also called Simon her husband during a concert, further fueling speculation. However, their marriage didn't last. In April 2019, Adele's representatives confirmed that she and Simon had separated. Their divorce was finalized in 2021, and Adele later revealed that their split was one of the hardest things she had ever gone through. "It was quite hard. It really hurt. But I had to do it," she admitted. As with everything in her life, Adele turned to music to process her emotions. Writing about her heartbreak helped her heal, and 30 became one of her most personal and introspective albums to date. "I've always written songs or written my emotions down since I was really little. It had to be done, and I felt like I was going on a real journey with myself when I was writing this record." Following her divorce, Adele focused on self-growth and happiness. That's when she met Rich Paul, who has since become an important part of her life. The two have been together for a few years now, and Adele has spoken openly about how happy and loved she feels in this relationship. So, as Adele takes her well-earned break, she does so with a full heart. She has built a life she loves, surrounded by the people who matter most to her. While fans will undoubtedly miss her, there is comfort in knowing that when she returns, she will do so with fresh inspiration and new stories to tell. And if history tells us anything, it's that Adele's comebacks are always worth the wait. Adele had always been open about her personal life, but when she first mentioned being married, it led everyone to believe that she had tied the knot with Simon Konecki long before she actually had. In one of her post-divorce interviews, the singer clarified that the press had completely misunderstood the timeline of her relationship. She revealed, "We got married when I was 30, and then I left." This came as a surprise to many, as Adele and Simon didn't publicly separate until 2019. However, things seemed to be unraveling even before then. According to property records obtained by Us Weekly, Adele had transferred ownership of her Los Angeles home to Simon just 2 months before their breakup. The documents stated that Adele had granted Simon the house as his sole and separate property, raising questions about whether divorce had already been on their minds. By April, the couple officially separated. During an interview, Adele was asked how long it was before she left after marrying Simon. She admitted, "This is very embarrassing. It wasn't very long." She explained that she had simply been going through the motions, feeling unhappy despite neither of them doing anything wrong. The singer emphasized that she wanted her son, Angelo, to grow up witnessing real love. It was important for her that he saw his parents loving and being loved. Adele recalled the moment she realized she needed to end her marriage. She had been doing a magazine quiz with friends when she came across a question, "What's something no one would ever know about you?" Without hesitation, she answered, "I'm really not happy. I'm not living. I'm just plodding along." Her friends were stunned, as they had assumed she was happier than ever. This was the turning point for Adele. She decided she had to leave before things worsened. "I wasn't miserable, she clarified, "but I would have been miserable had I not put myself first." Despite making the difficult decision to end her marriage, Adele felt deeply disappointed. She had always taken marriage very seriously. "I was obsessed with a nuclear family because I never came from one. I'm just embarrassed that I didn't make my marriage work," she confessed. One of the hardest parts of the divorce for Adele was explaining it to her son. She felt an overwhelming sense of guilt, knowing she had chosen to dismantle his life for her own happiness. She recalled a heartbreaking moment when 6-year-old Angelo asked her, "Can you see me?" She replied, "Yes, of course," but his response shattered her, "Because I can't see you." Adele described that moment as one of the most devastating of her life. She realized that she had not been fully present for him. This experience motivated her to have ongoing conversations with Angelo about the divorce. "I feel like it was important for me to tell Angelo's story and to acknowledge that it was hard. I wasn't doing a very good job at the most crucial moment of his life." She dedicated much of her album 30 to this journey, hoping it would serve as an explanation for her son when he was older. "I just wanted him to hear me talking deeply about who I am and how I feel." As Angelo grew, he began to ask more difficult questions, such as why they couldn't all live in the same house or why Adele didn't love his dad anymore. Determined to make the divorce process as smooth as possible, she insisted, "Over my dead body is my kid having a messy divorce in his life." She and Simon continued to co-parent harmoniously. Simon even lived just across the street from her to ensure they both remained active in Angelo's life. Adele has never spoken ill of Simon. On the contrary, she credits him with saving her life. "He was stable and kept me from going down dodgy paths and self-destructive behaviors," she admitted. "Even now, I trust him with my life. He and Angelo, they were angels sent to me." During the 2022 Brit Awards, she dedicated her Album of the Year award to both Simon and their son, saying, "This album was all of our journey, not just mine." After taking time to heal, Adele eventually found love again. She began dating sports agent Rich Paul, whom she had met at a party years before. They made their relationship public in the summer of 2021. That October, Adele confirmed their romance, gushing about how consistent and considerate Rich was. "I don't care who knows. He's very smart, very funny, and he makes me feel calm." Rich also formed a positive relationship with Simon and Angelo. The three were even spotted enjoying one of Adele's performances together. As Adele reflected on her journey, she shared, "I definitely feel like my life is still flashing by. But the older I get, the more I love myself and enjoy my life." During her CBS special with Oprah, Adele opened up about her new romance, calling it the first time she had ever truly loved herself and been open to loving and being loved in return. "I've never been in love like this. I'm obsessed with him." She also admitted in another interview that she wasn't afraid of marriage, despite her past experience. "The feeling I had in being married was the safest feeling I've ever had in my life. I miss being married." Her remarks sparked engagement rumors, especially after she was seen wearing a diamond ring at the 2022 Brit Awards. Though she hasn't confirmed any wedding plans, Adele has made it clear that she would love to have more children. "I definitely would like a couple more kids," she shared in an interview with Lauren Laverne. Throughout all of these changes, Adele has continued to channel her experiences into her music. She admitted that while divorce was painful, it was ultimately the right choice for her and her family. She wanted to set an example for her son, showing him that it's okay to put your happiness first. "While I was writing 30, I kept thinking about any child who has experienced divorce, any person who has been through it themselves, or anyone who wants to leave a relationship but never will. I thought about all of them." Despite the hardships, Adele has remained grateful for the love and support she has received from both Simon and Rich. She looks forward to whatever the future holds, embracing love and happiness in all its forms. "This relationship is the first time I've actually loved myself and been open to loving and being loved by someone else." Although her divorce was heartbreaking, it allowed her to rediscover herself and build a life that felt truly fulfilling. Here at Rumor Juice, we wish Adele continued success in both her career and personal life. We hope she keeps inspiring the world with her music and her journey of self-discovery.